Welcome back to Definitely Not Definitive. I'm Ken.
And I'm Bethany.
And this is it. RWBY, Volume 9, Episode number 10. Can't believe this is it.
At least it for now.
For now. Yeah. I mean, we still got the soundtrack to react to as well. We're going to do RWBY Ice Queendom and RWBY Chibi and the Justice League movies. So this isn't it for RWBY on the channel. We still got more RWBY to go. And hopefully, they announce Season 10, or Volume 10 soon.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. All right. Ready to do this?
Ready.
Okay.
Sinking down into depths of nowhere, I am undone. Grasping tight onto memories, I know they'll be overrun. Must live with balance, but balance is blind. Vengeance is over time. Inside a new me, I'm ready, but who will I find? I gotta let go, how could I lose my mind? Inside our worlds,
And on the wind, Alex heard one more question. What are you? I love you, just the way you are. Always.
It's not like you to rush off on a mission in the middle of the night.
You know how Ozpin gets. Mystery after mystery.
And when it turns out to be yet another run-of-the-mill patrol, it'll be,
I always prefer discretion.
I'll be back soon.
I know.
Nobody suspects anything?
No, they think it's a typical mission.
Summer Rose telling lies. First time for everything. And, what about... You're just going to leave them?
You're one to talk.
You're better at that life. Better than I was.
If I do this right, there's nothing to worry about. Trust me.
Let's get it over with, I guess.
It's been forever since we've... this is a flashback. It's been forever since we've seen Yang's mom.
What? What was that? She lied. She left with Raven. Why would she?
Who knows why people keep the secrets they do? Maybe you're not the only one who has felt the weight of others' expectations. Like Alex. Like your mother.
Okay.
Are you just trying to tell me that it's useless? That I shouldn't even try? Is that the big lesson I'm supposed to learn? Just give up?
Not to be so hard on yourself, everyone
Become
fails.
someone else.
Is that what I'm telling you?
You never were the hero.
Alex,
You couldn't save me.
I couldn't save a lot of people.
Maybe it's time for a change. To be the kind of man you've always wanted to be.
Let me kill this thing.
The leaves! Burn the leaves! Taking a page out of the caterpillar's book. The leaves have no effect on me.
Maybe not. That's not the case for Neo.
Smart.
No!
Good job, Sean.
These feelings!
Damn.
Shit.
Your time is running out. You must choose. Choose for yourself one who could leave your burdens behind, or choose one who would be enough to bear them.
Come on, Ruby. Get back in the game. Ooh, those are nice.
I love you. Just the way you are.
Choose your own weapon. Go back to it. Be the person you are.
This one. What happens if I choose me?
There you go.
Then maybe that girl is enough.
Exactly. Oh, we're getting Ruby back. Hell yeah.
You're you. How?
She knew what she needed to be all along.
Yes.
If it's for a video game, this would be the button smash moment.
Yep, it's also a gun. Sweet.
Awesome.
You're broken. You break everything you touch. Like all humans. Weak. Confused. Incomplete.
No,
You're wrong. She's never been any of those things.
That's why we follow her. We're going to Remnant, and you're staying here.
Yep. Ooh.
Yeah, go to Remnant real fast.
Yep. Yeah. Should learn that Neapolitan's very big on revenge.
To have what they have. What a thing, huh? So, that's it then? Yeah, I know. I'm not real.
What about her?
She says, I bid you adieu.
She'll find herself. One way or another.
Ruby? What's wrong?
She killed Little.
When I was in the tree, I never saw Little. I wish I could say thank you.
Do you guys think we might have made things even worse in the ever after? Just like Alex did?
I'm not sure. I'd like to think that we did at least a little good. Right?
Wait!
Little?
Little! Do I know you?
Oh, I don't believe we've met yet.
No.
Please, what are you?
Well, you know, I haven't thought about it yet. You look like you have your wits about you. What do you think I am?
Well,
Brave.
to me, you seem like a friend.
A guide.
A protector. Adorable.
Do any of those sound close?
Somewhat. Yeah, somewhat. I'm not any one thing. I'm somewhat of a lot of things.
It is a true pleasure to meet you somewhat.
It will be my honor to serve you.
You've already done more for us than you know.
You do feel familiar. Like a happy dream I can't remember.
I'm so glad we got to meet you. I'm sure you'll help lots of people. But now we have to say goodbye.
It will be all right, Tris.
Hey, somewhat?
I am at your service.
Take care of this.
Will you look after Juniper? She means the world to me.
Aww.
I will never leave her side.
Oh, Jean.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, why can't we take the animals with us? Come on. Why? There is a bottom.
Welcome to my workshop.
Ruby? Is this
She's cool. Don't worry about it.
the tree?
Something like that.
I've been waiting a long time for you.
Oh, well. I made it.
I'm glad you did.
Can I get some new armor?
Can you answer a question for me? I need to know if it's true what the cat said, that Lewis went back and Alex...
Yes. Only Lewis returned home. The girl who fell through the world is the story as he wished it had happened.
Are those
The brothers.
Yes. These brothers were the tree's earliest blossoms, and the first to inhabit the ever after. Remarkable beings, very ambitious. The tree did not foresee what they would become. But that is the joy of creating, the not knowing. Back then, the ever after was overgrown, wild and dangerous.
So ever after created
The
everything?
brothers
Created
remained to
Remnant?
help tame it and build the world that was to come after. First, they were given the power to destroy, to clear the wilderness away. Then they were given creativity to imagine what and who could replace the wilderness. The brothers built homes for them and gave them roles to play.
If this is what they were supposed to do, how did Remnant come about? Us.
The brothers grew curious. They wanted to do more. And so, using the skills and tools they had been given, they began to design their own creations in utmost secrecy. Soon they realized their new creation could do their job for them, finding the broken parts of the ever after. After this success, the brothers designed a second creature to finish what the cat started. It came out brutal and effective. One brother believed they had disrupted the balance, while the other refused to condemn their creations for their mistakes. But balance is not two forces locked in never-ending battle. Balance is an ecosystem, an organism, a living, breathing thing. Thus, balance cannot be restored with force or calculation. True balance finds its own equilibrium. It only requires love and the patience to see things through to the end.
So, how did they get to Remnant?
The ever after could no longer bear the brothers' experiments. And so, the tree built them a special doorway to a greater beyond, where the brothers could try creating worlds of their own. A doorway that would remain open for the brothers' return, and any of their creations. And what truly remarkable things they accomplished. Whenever the brothers' creations have come to the ever after, the five of you have had a greater impact than you know. Just like Alex and Lewis did before you. Just like others will after you.
Little. Or somewhat.
One small kindness in one small moment led to such a marvelous transformation. Much like one act of dishonesty caused an unfortunate change.
Alex broke her promise to the cat.
terrible thing to have a broken heart. And there was nobody to send them back to the tree for repair.
What will happen to Neo?
She will have the chance to return her broken heart and become something new. Such is balance.
That's Alex's knife. Wait, how do you have this?
When Alex
She's
was
Alex.
ended, she chose to leave a part of herself behind. A wish to fix what she had broken.
Huh. She broke you. Yay! He's young again.
I can't believe it. It's been so...
This is what I sounded like.
Where will this take us?
Not where,
When?
when you are needed most.
Thank you.
Bye. Send me a postcard. So what was it that finally got you?
Oh, saying goodbye to the animals.
Yeah.
No, take them with you. Don't say goodbye.
They can't go back. That's not where they belong. They belong in the ever after.
Then you stay with them.
That's why the cat couldn't. Then you stay with them. Screw everyone else.
Yeah.
Screw Save and Remnant.
You stay with your pets.
You stay with your pets.
Yeah. It was interesting though, like as the blacksmith was kind of telling the history, we find out that the brothers started here.
Yeah.
Which was a big reveal. There's a song lyric from Rent that popped into my head, which was, I know, just go with me on this, which was, the opposite of war isn't peace, it's creation. And so like here were the brothers warring and kind of doing nefarious things that were destroying the ever after. And it was, kind of going into this afterlife and the creation and the blacksmith's work of sort of allowing people to develop and evolve into something new that sort of put things back, at least to an extent. I mean, minus the crazy cat.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the cat started out, it was really good. And it was, doing good work. And the betrayal and the broken heart from, I like what they said at the end, the betrayal and broken heart from Alex, sent it on Hurt People Hurt, jaded path. And, but when you have no one to help you heal, and you have no way to heal your broken heart because you couldn't go to the tree and become something else, or, just like fix it and realize that maybe you are enough. That's what makes people evil. Is not having that support system that Ruby had.
Yep.
And that John eventually found at the end. This is what I sound like.
It's like when you hear yourself on a voicemail for the first time and you're like, oh God,
Yeah.
really?
Yep.
Yeah.
And I like the message there with Ruby that, you are enough.
I think that's what I've learned is sort of like life's journey is, it is a journey. You should continue to grow. Like growing and learning never stop. I mean, if they stop, then either you're dead or you've plateaued in like the most boring fashion. So like all that keeps going.
Yeah.
And it will hopefully set you on a path of like evolving into better versions of yourself throughout life and from experience. But we are enough as individuals. Yeah. And I think often that messaging gets buried underneath the messaging of like, oh, by 30, you should have kids. By 35, you should be owning a home. You should be ready for retirement by 50. Like all of these things that society tells us that we should do or achieve in order to be society's definition of enough. Screw society. We are enough.
Yeah. Crazy getting like now we got the origin of Remnant. We know where the brothers came from, but then where did the Ever After come from? Who created the Ever After? It just keeps going on and on. So from this season, who were your top, like, you should do top 5, but I don't know, maybe like top 2 from this season?
As in like characters?
Yeah, characters.
Well, we're going to put Little and Juniper in as one.
Okay, Little and Juniper in as one. And then top 3.
Jean.
Okay.
For having, I think, one of the most interesting journeys. To have like been stuck there for so long, to have aged and spent so much time waiting for his friends. Then they finally arrive and kind of trying to figure out, with all of his new life experience while he's been waiting, how he can best help them, while also kind of discovering how he's gone a little bit mad being by himself and all isolated. So I just think that whole journey was fascinating. And I will be curious to see how it informs his character for the next season. Yeah. Which will come. It's not going to be Weiss or Blake or Yang.
Okay. So then,
because they were our steady Eddies, which we needed.
Yeah.
But like, you know, if I can only choose a top 3, it doesn't. I can't believe I'm going to say this. It might actually be Neapolitan.
Whew.
And the reason I say that is because it would not have been without this last episode. But her journey of being so evil and sadistic to like stepping on Little, I mean, in the cruelty that she was capable of, to then being taken over by the cat, and as an audience member struggling a bit with the conflict of, well, I hate her.
Yeah.
And I wanted karma to come down on her. Like I wanted something to happen to her, but it wasn't exactly this. And I don't like the merging of her and the cat and what that might be capable of. So then this final episode, like, to see that person who she lost way back in season 1, and how alone she is and how damaged she's become, and sort of this sense of her own recognition of that. And then her taking the dive off the edge to, you know, like, I would not have felt right with Ruby, like, extending the hand and bringing her back with them.
Yeah.
You could see Ruby thinking about it. Like, you know, there'd been a change in Neapolitan, and Ruby's such a kind-hearted soul, and, like, maybe she can be redeemed. Like, you saw Ruby kind of struggle with, do I or don't I? She didn't. I'm glad she didn't. Because I think it really was on Neapolitan to say, you're not real. I am alone. I brought this on myself, and I need to change. Like, I need to do this and evolve for myself and become something new. So, wow, like, I have really hated her pretty consistently. And, like, to say she was dead to me after stepping on Little is the understatement of the century. I do think I have to give recognition to the story arc that was her character.
Very impressed with that. Yeah. I mean, and the whole fact of when you tie your, I don't know, like self-worth or just like your sense of self either to someone, and that's kind of like what she was before, like, you know, she's following Torchwick that entire time, and like that was the only person that really like had meant anything to her, and then to go on a revenge kick and having that be the one thing that defines you and what you care about, and like now it's just like you're just like obsessive over Ruby. She hasn't found out who she is and what she actually wants. It's not what Torchwick wants, and it's not, you know, avenging Torchwick's death or whatever. It's like, okay, well, what do you want to be? What do you want to do with your life? And so that's, yeah, I mean, definitely want to go in a cocoon for that.
Well, it's also something too that's like when we tie our self-worth to something external, which is really common, right? Because like as a kid, you discover like you're really good at soccer, you're getting all this praise for soccer, so like your soccer ability becomes a part of your identity. It's fine if that's a part of who you are. You love soccer, you're good at soccer. But your worth as a human being can't be tied to your ability to kick a ball. Yeah. Because one day you might not have a leg. God forbid. But like things happen, you know, like you
I was just going to say one day you like retire, or one day you just
those things too. But I mean, like, you know, like
One day you don't have a leg.
I was
Dark turn.
It is, but I was thinking, like, God forbid you get in a car accident or something, and maybe,
Jesus.
like, you know, things happen, okay? You know, you can't be, like, a worthless human being because you no longer have that skill. Like, you have to recognize worth in yourself. That has to come internally, because when you tie your worth to external things, that's a big feeder into, like, mental health issues.
I think even I don't play soccer, and if I lost my leg, I think it would like affect me in a very profound way.
And it that would be natural.
I don't think of my sense of self as like a person with 2 functional legs, but at the same time, if I lost functional one of them, it would hurt. It would like, you know, I mean, that's, yeah, anyways.
But your whole worth as a human wouldn't disappear, is what I'm saying.
I don't know. I don't know how to pivot from that. Okay, on to my top 3 characters. Yeah. Little, for just being the best and bringing a lot of humor and heart and just adorability to it, which goes to my next one, Yang. Really enjoyed Yang this season, and like the humor that she brought to it, and like just finding her I feel like she found her sense of self as well. And I mean, even at the end there, when like they talked about the different things that Little was, or that somewhat is, and then it goes to Yang. It's like rule 3 of the comedy, and then Yang goes, adorable.
Yeah,
that was a good button to put it on it.
Yeah.
So Yang for that, and just, you know, like Yang seemed like she was having fun also when she was teamed up with Blake, and like and they were like fighting and everything. Like she just like seemed to have found her like her joy again, and but still was like had her fire and everything. She got, you know, finally ended up with Blake.
Yeah.
So that was good. And then RWBY. Obviously, you know, this whole journey for this season, very tough to see her go down this path. But then at the end to come through it was super satisfying. And we had talked about, I remember like a bunch of different times, just how impressive RWBY was, the fact that she was able to keep a positive attitude this entire time and keep pushing forward, and, you know, keep everyone else's spirits up as well, especially with how young she is. Like, I mean, being like, I think she's like the youngest of all of them. So we're always just so impressed by it. But at the end of the day, she is human. That's just something that nobody is capable of. That's a burden that nobody should have to shoulder alone. And she didn't have to, but I could see like the feeling that she had to, because that is the problem sometimes with people that are empathetic and sympathetic, and they worry so much, and they want to make sure that everyone else is all right, and you're not making sure you're taking care of yourself, making sure that you are all right. You know, I think a lot of times that happens with like with families. You know, like there's like that one person in the family that's always just looking after everybody else, making sure they're all fine, and oh no, don't worry about me, I'm okay. You know, for me, I think about like my mom. Like my mom's just like, oh no, don't fuss about me, don't worry about me, and everything. And but she's always like, you know, looking after everyone else and worrying about everyone else. I liked what they did with RWBY's character, and I mean the fact that she lasted all this. I know like season 8 or whatever, and season 7, like that happened like over like a span of like a week or something like that. You know, from Beacon all the way up until the Ever After. I mean, she pretty much was holding it together pretty well. So tough to see, but big props to for RWBY's character arc this season.
And it's one of those things that, like, you know, every action has the equal opposite reaction. RWBY was always so bright and light and positive and strong for everyone, and she operated like way up here for everyone's sake. So when she fell so hard and like so far compared to everyone else. And you know, I think of sort of like the way it impacted her versus the way it impacted Yang. And with Yang, we were so worried when she lost a limb, when she lost her arm, and like, oh, what was that going to do to her? And it had on her a very profound effect. Her worth wasn't completely tied to her arm. It was more towards her fighting ability. And so she associated that with the loss of the arm, not incorrectly. But once she was able to fight again, she like got her groove back. And we thought like, man, that was such a tough thing to watch. And like, thank God we're back in the swing of things. But like, I don't know, compared to what RWBY went through, all of a sudden like Yang's journey, which seemed like a 10 before, now feels kind of like a 3. Because when you see how RWBY fell and so hard and so far. I look forward to next season. I'm going to be eager to put like this chapter for RWBY behind us because it was tough to see.
Thanks so much for watching RWBY with us, but you keep in mind
that our reaction is definitely not definitive.